What is up, everybody? How are we doing today? My name is Stone. Thank you for coming in and watching today. We got a good one today. I got me a long live stream coming up. We'll probably be on here for about half an hour today. Before we get started, let me send this out to, there we go. Got that. Direct message. I want to get people in here today, man. I want to get some people in here, man. So how are you guys doing today? I want to see some people in the chat. Let me know how you guys are doing today, how you're doing on this very fine Wednesday. We have one more day until Ravens football, man. I cannot wait. Ravens football is right back, man. I cannot wait. I'm so happy, man. Had a great day at work today. Got me some good clients, man. I'm so happy. I can't wait. But today we're going to be going over 5 keys to a Ravens victory over the Chiefs, some more AFC news, and some stuff going on around the NFL, some news around the NFL, stuff like that. Let's get started. 5 keys to a Ravens victory. Man, I cannot wait for this game. I cannot wait. Let me get some people in here. And I was going to have a guest on today, but the schedules just did not work out. They didn't work out. I was at work a lot longer than I thought. I was planning on having this around 3, but it just was not working out today. So maybe next time. There's always next time. The 5 keys to a Ravens victory. Key number 1. Let me get this out of the way real quick. 5 keys to a Ravens victory. First off, let the king feast. I think this is very simple. We all saw the AFC Championship game. We all saw that ended up not how we wanted it to be. We didn't run the ball. They went away from the run for whatever reason. I'm not going to question it. All we can do is learn from our mistakes, something that John Harbaugh has had a hard time doing, But hopefully they learn from their mistakes. I want to see Derrick Henry get at least 20 carries, 25 carries. I'd be cool with 30 carries. Give the man the rock. Just get the rock in his hands. Like we said the other day, he's been unstoppable versus the Chiefs. 2 touchdowns in 3 out of 4 games that he's played. If you want to count the 2 other playoff games, he's had a total of 6 touchdowns. It's been pretty good. He has been pretty good against the Chiefs. Pretty good. He's averaged about 111 yards per game. I think that he's the guy to get it done. He's going to go in there. We're going to feed him the rock. The offense isn't as the offense isn't as ready as most people may think, in my opinion. The offense still has a lot of work to do. I think they'll be good, but they'll definitely see some improvements in everything later on throughout this game. Give the ball to Duvernay. Duvernay ain't on the team, Drew. Duvernay ain't on the team, bud. I know you're just joking, though, bro. Step number 2. Get Rashad Bateman involved early. We saw last game, they tried to hit Bateman a lot. Bateman was open a decent amount, but they just did not look his way. I want to see them try to get the ball in his hands early on in this game. Don't let him just run deep. Don't let him be the 3rd, 4th option. Get the ball in his hands early. Why do I think they need to do this? If you get the ball in Bateman's hands early, they're going to have to focus on someone. And in my opinion, if they focus on Bateman early on in the game, it's just going to open up so much more for Isaiah Likely, Mark Andrews, Zay Flowers, even Derrick Henry. You get him the ball early on in this game, I think it's going to do a lot for this offense, just spreading out the defense. We saw I don't want to keep talking about it, but last AFC Championship game, we saw them. They didn't get him the ball that much. They didn't get OBJ the ball that much. They just didn't get their playmakers the ball, but they need to get the ball in their playmakers' hands. The earlier they do that, the more it's going to open up for everyone, not just certain players. Even Lamar, it's going to take pressure off Lamar because they're going to have to worry about our receivers. It's sad to say, but recently teams haven't worried about the Ravens receivers, and I can't be mad at it, honestly. I can't be mad at it. They haven't showed much. Zay's really the only bright spot that we have on our roster as of currently. Bateman's been held back by injury. Nelson Aguilar did his thing last year. I'm not going to sit here and act like Nelson didn't. As a 4th option, I think we'll all say that Nelson Aguilar definitely exceeded our expectations. We have Tez Walker. Are we going to use him? I can't put all my eggs in that bucket. But I know one thing. I hope they use Tylan Wallace. I hope they do. Number 2, or number 3, I should say. Limit the turnovers. I don't think this is really complicated at all. There was just too many turnovers, from the Lamar Jackson fumble on what could have been a Bateman touchdown coming wide open on a crosser, from the Zay Flowers fumble, from the throw into triple coverage. I limit the turnovers. Play smart. Don't force anything. We don't have to force anything. We have Derrick Henry. If it comes down to it, give Derrick Henry the ball. If you can't do it, if you can't get a first and you got to punt the ball, go punt the ball. Don't try to force anything. Make them go the full length of the field. There's no sense in doing anything like that. Legit question for parlays. Do you think Lamar will be over on rushing yards, or is he going to focus on passing, or is Derrick Henry going to take rushes away from Lamar? This is actually a pretty good question. In my opinion, I think that Lamar will still run. Now, will he run a lot? I don't know. We've heard all offseason Lamar has lost a lot of weight. He looks quick. Quick as in rookie year quick. I don't know if he's Louisville College quick. No, I didn't say all that. But first year Lamar, I think he's just going to be as quick as that. He's down to about 205. He's been playing around 230, 220. So he's definitely been gaining weight over the years, but he has slimmed down. So I think he'll still have a decent amount of rushing yards. Now, I do think that it definitely will take rushing attempts away from him with having Derrick Henry in the offense. Like I said earlier, I wouldn't be surprised if Derrick Henry goes off and has 30 carries. I really wouldn't, especially after what happened last year. I wouldn't be surprised, but I will say I still expect Lamar to do his thing on the ground. I think his over-under is about 49.5 currently. I could see him getting 60 on the ground. I could also see him getting 40 on the ground. I think it's a really good over-under. Me, I'd still take the over. Reason being, this read option with Derrick Henry and Lamar is going to be insane. The edge is going to be open a lot. Lamar knows how to play in the option. He knows when to take it, when to give it. And I think Lamar's still going to get his. I don't see why he wouldn't. If he does get his, it's going to spread the defense out even more. They need to worry about him. Plus, with the amount of blitzes that Kansas City brings, it's going to be a lot of holes. We saw it last year. Lamar, he somehow avoided the sack and then ran around and then threw the ball 40 yards to Zay Flowers, toe-tap touchdown right in the breadbasket. I don't know. We're going to see how it goes this next game, though. We're going to see. And we're going to get to more bets later on. I have a lot of content for y'all today, so stay tuned. Number 4, get the ball out quick. Back to the blitz. Kansas City was sending pressure pretty much the whole game. They were getting good pressure. We remember the fumble, like I mentioned earlier. Bateman was wide open on a deep crosser. Lamar went back to throw to him and got the ball knocked out. This game, I want to see Todd Monken simplify the offense. I don't want to see him go downfield all the time trying to make something out of nothing. It's okay to take the big shot sometimes and go deep, but I want to see them start the game off with quick passes. 1, it's going to help your offensive line. 2, it's going to help the run game. And I mean, most of all, you get those tight ends involved early. It's going to be really, really hard for this defense to set the tone and settle in on a certain player. I expect Markin likely to be open a lot on short routes, I would hope. Zay Flowers also. I know they used Rashad Bateman on a lot of deep routes last season, but I think this is a very important part of the game plan. You got to get the ball out quick. It goes back to the turnovers. Everything aligns with each other. You hold the ball a long time, you're risking a turnover. Simple as that. Get the ball out quick, especially to start the game. Get your offense rolling and getting in a groove. Number 5 and last. We have saw a lot of patience when it comes to fourth quarter Ravens football. And I just said this the other day on Twitter. I should have put it in here, but I don't know how many of you guys remember this. But if you do recall, back in 2020, going up 21-10 on the Tennessee Titans, and then Derrick Henry happened. We let our foot off the gas. A couple turnovers, went into overtime. Derrick Henry ran for, I think, 100 yards in the fourth quarter and overtime. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it at all. I want Lamar to be in the full game against the Chiefs. I don't want to see any backup. I don't care if we're up 30. I don't want to see a backup this game. It's the first game of the season against the opponent that you need to beat. I don't care if it's just the first game of the season. You need to beat this team to set the tone for the rest of the season. I want to see them push, stomp on the gas. Don't let off. Don't let off the gas. There's no reason in letting off the gas. Biggest reason is you let off that gas for 1 second and you let momentum flip in Kansas City against Patrick Mahomes, against the Chiefs, who are trying to go for their third straight Super Bowl title. You let off that gas for 1 minute and it might completely change the game. Completely change the game. And that's just something we cannot risk that. We cannot risk it. There's no way that you want to let your foot off of the pedal, especially in a game like this. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it whatsoever. On to some Ravens talk. Preparing for this game. Injury list came out today. Adisa Isaac is ruled out of this game. Rasheen Ali is doubtful. Hollywood Brown has also been ruled out. Before we get into some of the other players, I want to mention that Adisa Isaac had a hamstring injury early on in the season when he got drafted. The Ravens did know about this injury. It's a little nagging injury. I believe it was in his left hamstring, but this new hamstring injury is in his right hamstring. So 2 different hamstring injuries to start the season. That's something you never want to see, especially for a rookie third rounder. Adisa Isaac, he played pretty good in the last preseason game. Saw flashes. He's very explosive. He can come off the ball pretty good. He sets the edge well. But that's not something that you want to see, especially from a rookie in his first season. We saw it with Hollywood. He came in with the foot injury. It hurt him pretty much all season. If any of you guys remember that, it held him back multiple games, soreness. I just hope that Adisa Isaac can be out there maybe within the first 3-4 weeks of the season. I don't want to see David Ojabo out there every single snap. We know he's had trouble staying healthy. I hope Adisa Isaac can get out there very soon. But don't rush it. We know the Ravens like to rush their play. Don't rush it. Don't rush it whatsoever. Never rush it. Do not rush him back if he doesn't need to be out there. Rasheen Ali, he's had a neck injury. He got a stinger in the last game, I believe. He's been limited throughout the week, but he is doubtful. That being said, John Kelly could come up as that running back 3 for this game. If they even elevate anyone, I believe they will, just for special team reasons. But I would hope that John Kelly would get elevated. Hollywood Brown is out for this game. We heard about this a long time ago in that first preseason game that they had. He had a dislocated shoulder, I believe, and it's just been holding him out. Tyreek Hill had the same injury, and he was put on the PUP list and missed the first 4 weeks of the season a few years ago. So who knows when Hollywood's going to be back. Other than that, everyone on the Kansas City Chiefs injury report's been full. Everyone's full go. We'll see Chris Jones. We'll see everyone out there. Everyone's going to be out there for the Chiefs except Hollywood Brown. Now on to some bets. I know we were talking about bets earlier, talking about some parlays. I'm going to say this before. This is not financial advice. Gamble at your own risk. Don't blame it on me. Don't sit here. Oh, he told me to. I didn't tell you to do nothing. So don't put it on me. Don't. I'm not the one doing it. Don't put it on me. These are 4 of the lines that I really like for this game coming up. Isaiah Likely over 17.5 receiving yards. I mean, we all watched Isaiah Likely last season. That's a catch. All he needs is a catch. He can get 20 easy. I expect to see him involved a lot. I don't know why his line is so low. I don't know if it's because of the production that he had alongside Mark Andrews last season. But I definitely expect to see Isaiah Likely getting involved in a lot in this game. So 17.5, I think that's money. Minus 113 on FanDuel, easy. Same with Justice Hill, over 9.5 receiving yards, 10 plus. I can see him easily getting this. Justice Hill was our really pro-style passing back last year. He caught a lot of passes out of the backfield. A lot of screen passes. I expect Derrick Henry to have a lot of screen passes this season, but still, I think Justice Hill is going to be in there a decent amount. So 10 yards for him. He's been over that in his last 5 games. I expect him to go over again this game. Derrick Henry, 2+ touchdowns, plus 470. In 3 out of the last 4 regular season meetings that Derrick Henry has had with the Chiefs, this is it. He scored 2 touchdowns in 3 of the last 4 games. In the one game that he didn't score at all. But I think this is doable, 100%. We got to see Gus Edwards last year. I believe he had 13 rushing touchdowns. I believe it was 13. Most of them came within the 5-yard line. So if the Ravens get down there, I 100% expect Derrick Henry to go out there and just put the ball in the end zone for us. 100% expect it. Plus 470. I smashed that. Rashad Bateman over 30.5 receiving yards. I think this will definitely hit. What's up, Aaron? How you doing, man? I miss you, bro. I remember I used to stream a few years ago. Aaron would always be in my chat, man. What's up, Aaron? It's nice talking to you, man. I'm glad you're in here watching. Rashad Bateman over 30.5 receiving yards. I think this hits. Rashad Bateman, he got put on a lot of deep routes last year, but at the same time, we all know Rashad Bateman's bread and butter is any type of in-breaking route. Last season, he had a 50% contested catch percentage, which was top 20 in the NFL, surprisingly. I know a lot of people wouldn't assume that, but yes, he was a 50% contested catcher. Rashad Bateman, I think he can easily get 30. I hope that they use him more on in-breaking routes. Last season, he was a 75% inside route runner. I don't know what I'm trying to say. He caught 75% of the inside routes that he ran. And put all this into a parlay, plus 3,500. If I think all 4 of them are going to hit, I would hope that parlay would hit. I mean, let's be serious. That's money right there. And like I said before, this is not financial advice. This is not gambling advice. It's not gambling advice. Don't come back and say, oh, well, he told me to do it. No. I'm telling you right now, if you don't want to bet, don't bet. Don't bet. On to the next slide. Nick Wrong. I don't even know how to start this. We have seen over the years, Nick Wright has something against Lamar. Whether it's Lamar posting a picture of what, I don't know if it was a monkey, an animal, whatever, with a really big nose. I don't know if that rubbed Nick wrong the wrong way or what. But according to Nick Wright, Lamar Jackson is his 7th ranked quarterback on Mahomes Mountain. First tier has Mahomes. Yeah, that's right. That is right. I believe Mahomes is the best quarterback in the National Football League. I think he's in his own tier. Can't go wrong with that. Second tier, Joe Burrow and Josh Allen. I can't be mad at it. I know everyone has their preference. Me personally, I think Lamar is definitely better than both of them. 2-time MVP, led the league in passing touchdowns, has the record for rushing yards by a quarterback. Just went to the AFC Championship. I don't know how you would put the other 2 above Lamar, but that's just me. So you would think if he wasn't in the first 2 tiers, Lamar would be in the 3rd tier. Wrong. Stafford, Caleb Williams, and CJ Stroud are above Lamar Jackson. Yeah, that's just wrong. I mean, you can have an opinion all you want, but your opinion can be wrong. Nick Wrong is wrong. This is terrible. To put Matt Stafford, Caleb Williams, and CJ Stroud, and shout out to CJ Stroud. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league. I love how he speaks out about God. He goes against what a lot of people want to say. But I think CJ Stroud is a very great quarterback in the National Football League. I think he's going to be a face of this league one day. I could see him winning the MVP very soon. He's a great quarterback. I'm an Ohio State fan too. So watching CJ go from Ohio State to the Texans and turn that team around, it's great. But it's not about the future. We're talking about right now. And there is absolutely no way in the world that you think any of those quarterbacks are better than Lamar Jackson. There's just no way. I don't know if he's lying to try to impress anybody. I mean, I know a lot of these media faces, sports analysts, they like to maybe get some clicks every once in a while, which, I mean, I'm not mad at it. They got to make their money somehow. I get that. But in my opinion, it's blatant disrespect. I mean, to put Lamar under some of these guys, I don't understand why you even think that that's a thing. I don't know. Got Aaron in the chat. Go Bucks. Definitely go Bucks. I hope they play a little bit better on Saturday. I know they got the late game. They played good in the second half, though. They played good in the second half. Jeremiah Smith is a problem. He's going to be so good. Jeremiah Smith is amazing, man. Jeremiah Smith's that guy. He's going to be so good. But yeah, this tier list is just absolutely terrible. Terrible. There's like I said, you can have whatever opinion you want, but at the end of the day, your opinion can be wrong. And if we are going by being completely unbiased, not adding any type of personal hatred into anything, I think Lamar should be in that second tier right behind Mahomes. I don't think there's a single quarterback in the NFL that's better than Mahomes, but Lamar would be right under him. I can't be mad at someone for putting Burrow and Allen above Lamar. They're both really good quarterbacks in their own respect. Me, I would never do it. But at the end of the day, some people got their own opinions. We can't control everything people do. We can't. We can sit here and talk about it all we want, but we can't control it. Jeremiah Smith is going to be head tapping everyone. That dude, I'm not joking. He might have to be a Raven. Jeremiah Smith might have to be a Raven. That dude is a dog, man. To see a freshman do that for Ohio State too, like we've got to see Marvin Harrison Jr., JSN, Emeka Ibuka, Terry McLaurin. Like there's been so many guys, even Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, just like that recent. So to see a freshman get up there and do that, that's different. That's different. I ain't never seen that before. As an Ohio State fan, I never have. Time to get around the AFC North. Jamar Chase. Back at practice today for the Cincinnati Bengals. Who would have expected? Who would have expected Jamar Chase to be back? A current rumor going around the NFL is that the Bengals and Jamar Chase are expected to finalize a contract extension within the next 48 hours. The two sides are very close, but the final details are still being worked out. Jamar Chase will sit Sunday if there is no deal by Friday. But we got to see it today, even though the Bengals got to walk across the street in some cleats. He was at practice. He was practicing today. He looked really good. He looked like normal Jamar Chase. The dude's a monster. I've been saying it for a long time. I know people give a lot of credit to Joe Burrow and what he's been doing. But in my opinion, Jamar Chase is the best player on that team. You can throw the ball around him. He is going to do whatever it takes to catch it. He's a different type of receiver, definitely a top 5 receiver in the league, in my opinion. It's amazing the type of stuff that he can do. It's just some people, they have that it factor. Jamar Chase, he has it. Joe Burrow has it too, but Jamar Chase, he has it. I think he's the best player on that team. And I know coming from a Ravens fan, that team is much better when Jamar Chase is on the field, no matter who they're playing. I don't know if they'll get it done. We saw Pac-Man Jones talk about it on the Pat McAfee show. Their GM does not do contracts with 2 years left on their deal. He just doesn't. Does that mean it won't get done? We'll have to wait and find out. We'll see Thursday. Well, Friday, technically. But if there's no contract by Friday, he's not playing. And this Bengals team definitely plays a lot different when Jamar isn't out there. They still have T. Higgins. Jermaine Burton, great rookie wide receiver. He played amazing in the preseason. He's doing really good, but still, Jamar Chase, he's Joe Burrow's guy. I think we all know that Jamar Chase is amazing at what he does. Contested catch, deep routes, short routes, anything. He's amazing. Unless he has Kyle Hamilton on him. To finish off the video today, This was posted right before I went live. ML Football posted the odds for the upcoming MVP race in the NFL. Our guy Lamar Jackson isn't even in the top 7. The list goes: number 1, Patrick Mahomes at plus 475. CJ Stroud at plus 800. Josh Allen at plus 900. Joe Burrow all the way up at plus 950 after missing a good amount of games last season. Jalen Hurts, the dynamic quarterback himself, at plus 1,200. Jordan Love at plus 1,400. Aaron Rodgers, who missed the entire last football season, got to play 4 snaps, plus 1,800. And tied at 8th, Brock Purdy, plus 2,000. I don't know why Lamar Jackson wouldn't be in the top 3, let alone the top 7. Within the past 5 years, Lamar Jackson has won almost 2 unanimous MVPs. When he's been healthy, the Ravens have at one point had the number 1 seed in the NFL. I just don't know if they're banking on Lamar getting hurt. I don't understand why you would do that, but I don't know. This might be another one of them odds that you got to, after you get done watching this, go to DraftKings, FanDuel, ESPN, wherever you bet at. And you might have to put in a little MVP slip for Lamar, because I don't know why the odds are so low, but the odds are what the odds are. But that wraps up the live for today. I appreciate all 67 of you guys coming in. Shout out Aaron. Shout out Drew. I appreciate everyone in here. Thank you for watching. Ravens football tomorrow. Man, I cannot wait. You see little... See this? You see this, man? This guy's going to go out there and go crazy. He's going to go stupid. Aaron Hubbard. Thoughts on the Jags? I think the Jags are going to do pretty good this year, honestly. Honestly, they got Brian Thomas Jr. They still have Christian Kirk, but I think that Brian Thomas Jr. is a really good wide receiver. He was great at LSU. They have ETN in the backfield. They still have Christian Kirk, Evan Ingram. Their defense isn't that bad. They got Devin Duvernay from the Ravens. I think they could be pretty good this year. But to end off the video, this guy, Action Jackson. It's just, you don't beat Action Jackson, especially in the regular season. You're not beating him, bro. You're not. I expect him to go crazy tomorrow, man. I cannot wait for this game. I might go live again before the game tomorrow. If I do, I'll probably put out a tweet for it. But all 68 of you guys, I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of you watching today. I'll be back on here soon. We'll see how this game goes. Go Ravens. Go get a win. Give Derrick Henry the ball. And do not forget to run. I will see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.